According to God, I only need 2 minutes of your time. Angels are talking about your body because of a significant event. It is critical that you not disregard this. Please pay attention to me at this moment. Please do not scroll away, child. Avoid allowing your heart to become rigid. You are unaware that you are in close proximity to an event with the potential to change your life. This is not an opportunity to squander. This is not a normal day. Heaven is agitated. The angels are currently uttering your name in response to an unseen, urgent, and sacred event taking place within your body. If you leave now, you may miss out on the breakthrough you've been hoping for. Stay until the end. Please remain and allow me to address aspects of you that others do not see. If you believe I am conversing with you, please respond with the word Amen. This is a warning, but it is not meant to cause fear. This is my mercy, and it is rapidly approaching you. This is not the way I communicate with all people. I am reaching out to you because your name was mentioned among the angels. Your body, your very flesh, is under spiritual attack. You've been experiencing symptoms like sudden weakness, unusual heaviness, and unexplained pains or fatigue, which medical professionals can't fully explain. This was not an arbitrary decision. This is not negligible. The calling I have placed on your life is why you are being targeted. The enemy has observed my plan for you. He is aware of the miracles, testimony, and healings that I will perform during your lifetime. This is why he is attempting to undermine your physical abilities before completing your mission. This isn't just illness. This is an example of spiritual conflict. Please do not disregard my message. I will not let you be overtaken. I will see that your body does not fail while your destiny is intact. I will fight for you because you are mine. You are not overlooked. I've seen you in quiet tears. I've seen you pray in agony, unable to comprehend the physical processes occurring within your body. The physicians gave you a single explanation, but your spirit sensed something deeper. That was me. I was raising your awareness. I was attempting to awaken your spirit in order to keep you from disregarding the signs. I need you to stay alert at this time. I must inform you that this isn't just about physical recovery. It is about preparing your vessel to bear the weight of the honor that I am about to bestow upon your life. If your heart rate increases as you read this, it means your spirit is aware that I am speaking. Please do not disregard this matter. The angels have been dispatched to help you. They remain in their current location. You may feel tired, but you are not alone. Although you may feel isolated, heaven is watching over you. I am not asking that you achieve perfection. I'm not even requesting your strength. I'm requesting your attention. In just 2 minutes, I'll show you what the enemy intended you not to see. Your body is not simply made up of flesh and blood. It's a temple. I, the Lord your God, have chosen to reside within you. This is why your attacks are so intense. This is why you have been discouraged. The adversary is aware that I intend to administer a novel substance to you. He is attempting to deplete you and keep you from overflowing, but he will not succeed. If you believe that I am currently protecting you, please leave a comment with the number 1111. It is critical that you understand this matter thoroughly. This is not an act of retribution. This is preservation. I let the discomfort awaken you. I allowed the symptoms to focus your attention on me. This is not the end of your narrative. It marks the beginning of your awakening. I'm about to restore your strength. However, I need your confidence first. Put aside your pride, doubt, fear, and reasoning. Pay attention just as a child would to their father. I am currently addressing the underlying issues. Inflammation requires relief. Certain cells require realignment. Even as you open your heart to me, a healing process is underway. There is no illness that determines your fate. No diagnosis can undermine my authority. I gave life to your body for the first time, and I will continue to nourish it with my spirit. However, you must be ready to approach me at this time. For me to reach you, you must remain stationary for an extended period of time. Don't be concerned about the indicators. Do not become alarmed if symptoms appear. Use my words when interacting with them. Declare that you have been healed by my stripes. This is not an example of superstition. This is a sacred text. This is the agreement I made with you when my son endured every illness on the cross. He bore the burden of your pain. He communicated the illness. Therefore, why are you still carrying it as if it were your own? Return it to me. Please allow me to seize the object that is attempting to undermine you. I will restore you. I am not just your heavenly God. Currently, I am your physician. I am the one who bonded you in your mother's womb. I assigned a numerical value to each hair on your head. Do you think I would allow your body to deteriorate without intervening? I am here, child, and I am placing my hand on your heart, lungs, blood, nerves, and immune system. The power of my presence is securing every aspect of you that has been attacked. Denial should not be mistaken for delay. The fact that you did not witness instant healing does not mean that I did not hear your cries. I work in ways that are invisible to the naked eye. Healing is not always audible. It occasionally begins in the absence of sound, within cells, or within bloodstreams. It begins when your faith aligns with my word. I am now informing you that your recovery is beginning. It's genuine. It is currently happening. However, you must possess faith. Speak life over your body. Abandon the declaration of fear. Repeat my assurances despite your discomfort. You will see chains fall as you worship me despite your discomfort. Your body will be in harmony with the heavens. You will regain strength. Your mind will become clearer. Your sleep will be more profound. Your energy levels will increase. I have not abandoned you and will never do so. I'm currently inhaling fresh air into your lungs. You've been selected. You are safe. You are safe. Do not let the enemy deceive you any longer. You are not experiencing death. You're not irreparable. You are not being penalized. You are in the process of purification. You're being fortified. What was intended to crush you will propel you into the next chapter. I am not finished with your story, and neither is your body. The angel's conversations are not casual. The gathering of people to discuss a single individual suggests that heaven is the focal point. They are currently discussing you, regarding your recovery, regarding your assignment, regarding the upcoming changes in your household. The illness was meant to undermine your faith and divert your attention. However, it is strengthening our bond, which is why you will win this conflict. This moment should not be overlooked. Please avoid scrolling past my voice. Stay in this place. Remain in my presence. Allow these words to enter your soul rather than just touch your eyes. The healing process is moving quickly right now. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is within you. And the power is not silent. It is currently moving through your body. Have faith, confidence, acquire. Not only in your spirit, but also in your physical being. I am aware of how long you have been considering the inquiries. the suppressed concerns about your health. I'm aware of the test results you withheld, the symptoms you attempted to ignore. However, I, the Lord, examine all aspects of you. I'm aware of both the concealed and the visible. I was aware of the source of the pain before you were able to articulate it. This isn't just a physical conflict. It is a struggle to find your calling. Your health has been jeopardized because your mission is harmful to the underworld. The enemy does not pursue those who remain inactive. He targets people who have anointing. This is why your name has been whispered in heavenly places. The angels are not passive observers. They are actively fighting on your behalf. They have circled you because of your markings. This is why the enemy has instilled fear in your body. This is why sleep became restless. The reason for the gradual decrease in strength. He wanted you to believe that your body was deteriorating. However, I believe your body is in the process of reconstruction. You are not weak. Instead, you are ascending. The apparent braking action is in fact a reconstruction process. I'm removing anything that is no longer useful to the vessel I've built for you. Your entire being is undergoing meticulous restoration. I can see things that doctors miss. My authority extends to all cells. Every heartbeat echoes the rhythm of my care. You're not running out of time. You're not too far gone. Your jar continues to contain oil. I am about to instill new fire in your bones. Comment 222. If you are confident that this assurance is intended for you, my recovery often begins with relaxation. Not inactivity, but holy repose. The type in which you stop exerting yourself and let me bear the burden. I'm currently summoning you to that location. You have been attempting to determine the source of the problem. Investigating, researching, and fretting. However, the process of healing does not begin with fear. It begins with faith. Abandon responsibility. Establish the inquiries. Kindly return to me. Not only do you pray, but you also pay attention. Allow me to instruct you on how I intend to care for your body. Yes, I heal in a miraculous way. However, I also use discernment in my leadership. I am requesting that you change some details. I am gently encouraging you to give up certain habits. Foods that have died. Thoughts that quietly drain you. I do not want to condemn you. I invite you to join me in this healing process as a partner. I consider your body to be my temple. Additionally, I want it to be finished. Not just surviving. Thriving. Radiant with fortitude. Radiant with tranquility. I am radiant in my own splendor. This moment is sacred. Heaven is currently present in your room. You may not be able to perceive it, but if you remain still enough, you will feel it. That warm sensation you feel in your chest is me. The sensation of your heart lifting represents the movement of my spirit within you. You have been asking, God, are you still with me? Here is my response. I did not leave. I never averted my gaze from you. I stood by your bed and whispered peace to you, even when you were at your most vulnerable. I was there when your body trembled. I kept you safe from the fear that crept in late at night. I was in charge of your future when the enemy informed you that you would not recover. I have not changed my opinion of you in any way. I've continued to choose you. I will continue to use the same one. I will continue to elevate and revitalize the individual in front of those who thought you were finished. The following needs to be stated explicitly. You have not yet finished the task. This is not the end of your narrative. Your energy will return. Your sleep will be restored. Your concentration will be improved. Your blood will return to its original state. Your respiration will become more stable. Your muscles will be strengthened. This is due to my identity, not yours. I'm the same God who raised the dead. The same God who has restored sight to the visually impaired. The same God that cleansed the leper. I am not indifferent to your pain. I'm joining you in this endeavor. I'm advocating for you. You will be healed in ways you have not previously prayed for. A new anointing is becoming agitated within you. It is not intended solely for ministry. It's necessary for survival. It's intended for restoration. It is your responsibility to enjoy the fullness of life. Wellness, serenity, and significance. The anointing is not purely spiritual. It's also tangible. I made the body, and I'm concerned about how you feel in it. I'm concerned about every ache, tightness, and drop of fatigue. And if it is significant to me, it suggests that you are not meant to carry it alone. I notice you are wary of the medication you are currently taking. I observe appointments that cause more confusion than clarity. I see your tears as you realize we don't know what's causing the problem. I have a thorough understanding of the subject matter, but have yet to complete my work. I have the ability to heal what others were unable to understand. I am looking into what others have dismissed. I am capable of observing every detail of your anatomy. Furthermore, there is no assault so severe that I cannot overcome it with a single word. Declare your faith in this healing by leaving a comment with the number 333. Faith is unlocking doors. Some of you are currently experiencing a sensation of warmth, tingling, or lightness that you haven't felt in weeks. That's not an accident. My hand is shown there. I am involved in a genuine, tangible endeavor. Although it may not always be viewed as dramatic, it will endure. I'm not just alleviating pain. I am in the process of reassembling your system. I am sending angels to intervene in areas where surgeons are unable to reach. I'm exhaling in response to the medication's limitations. You are in the process of regeneration. And no, this does not mean that the conflict will not continue. I am eternal, whereas the enemy is persistent. He comes with the intention of stealing, killing, and destroying, whereas I came to give you life. Not only does life exist, but it is abundant. This includes your body, your movement, your capacity to serve, your ability to create, your joy, your ability to wake up pain-free, and your early mornings without fear. That is the item I'm restoring. Continue to maintain your grip. Continue to proclaim healing. Stay true to my word. This is not a naive sense of optimism. This is the divine truth. I will not disappoint you. I won't abandon you. I will not leave your recovery on an incomplete note. I finished what I began. Furthermore, I have started a powerful process within you. It's not arbitrary. It is not transient. It is considered sacred. You are in the midst of a sacred, hidden, and divinely appointed entity. You have been experiencing fatigue. It is not only physical. It is a spiritual weight that is putting pressure on you, attempting to keep you from standing on the foundation that I am building within you. You've considered the pivotal question, why now? What is the reason behind my body? What's the cause of this sudden pain? Because, child, the season you are entering requires a strength you do not have in this world. Strength emanating from the throne of heaven is required. Something has to be torn from you in order to walk with that much strength. Fear, doubt, spiritual attacks, unhealthy habits, and even an internal belief that healing is impossible. I am currently in the process of demolishing them. I am making room for the information that I am about to impart to you. I understand that you have grown weary of waiting. I am aware that you prayed for change, but it did not happen immediately. However, the facts are as follows. I wasn't just preparing for the healing process. I was preparing you to transport it. Because I want you to maintain the strength you've received. I wish for your recovery to be sustained. This necessitates not only the resolution of symptoms, but also a complete overhaul of your foundation. That is the essence of the moment. A transformation. Not only for physical, but also spiritual well-being. There is healing that goes beyond the superficial, prescriptions and medical reports. It penetrates the core of your being and rewrites the story that illness attempted to tell. You are not the person who is weak. You are not the only person who faces adversity. You are not the person who is disregarded. You're my child. You are the one that has been cured. You are the one who is delivered. You are the one that is preferred. It is time to start living up to your true name. If you believe that healing is yours, please leave a comment with the number 555. Your faith is substantial. Despite your physical discomfort, I was struck by your unwavering conviction. I noticed that you continued to worship despite the weight of your head. The way you continued to express life despite the overwhelming pain you were feeling. This is the kind of faith that inspires me. A quiet, steadfast trust, as opposed to a loud, showy faith. As a result of your trust, I am making progress that you will soon see. The enemy was after your body for a reason. Not because you are weak, but because you present a threat to him. You're carrying an object that threatens the darkness. When your health improves, your voice volume increases. Your scope expands. Your strength becomes unstoppable. This is why he attempted to silence you by infecting you with illness. However, I'm preventing him from speaking. My thoughts are more forcefully articulated than his fabrications. I'm dismantling every link he tried to weave around your nerves, organs, and breath. This isn't just a recovery. This is a triumph. There have been times when you failed to tell others about your situation. Despite your discomfort, you kept a bright smile. Despite your exhaustion, you continued to attend. I noticed that each silent struggle was recorded in the heavens. A single tear was not wasted. No nights of insomnia were overlooked. In addition, I'm responding based on my observations. I'm in the process of restoring. I'm reconstructing you from the inside out. I am not only concerned with your soul. I'm concerned about the health of your bones, heart, lungs, joints, hormones, muscles, and overall body. I am meticulous in all aspects. Some of you have been dealing with pain for a long time and have learned to accept it. Maybe this is how things will be for me, you told yourself. No, this is not correct. I did not write that narrative for you. Living in constant fear of one's body is not intended. You are not meant to live a life of waiting for the next problem to arise. You were meant to walk in a state of peace, strength, and vitality emanating from my spirit. I am the God of healing, my child. This remains unchanged. I'm not passive or distant. I am actively involved. I am deliberate. I continue to restore bodies in a way that baffles doctors, and I continue to touch them. Furthermore, I am not simply ameliorating the obvious. I'm rehabilitating the concealed, the exhaustion you are unable to describe, the tension in your chest, the cloud that surrounds your mind. These matters are not being ignored. I'm getting to the bottom of the problem and removing the shackles that have been impeding your progress for far too long. If you believe your restoration is currently underway, please leave a comment at 1212. It is critical that you understand that your body is not permanently damaged. Your system is not significantly degraded. I created you with insight. I possess the ability to restore you through the use of power. There is no organ that has been severely damaged. No pattern is too profound. I don't think any diagnosis is too definitive. I do not operate within the bounds of human limitations. As I speak, the situation begins to change. I am currently in the process of bringing life into every cell, tissue, and pathway in your body. Your reading as healing is released. I am motivated by commitment rather than emotion. Is it true that a 9-word ritual can lead to financial independence? This is a covenant for revival, strength, and life. Your health is about to undergo unprecedented changes. Unexpected tranquility. Unanticipated simplicity. A new source of energy. Wounds are healing. The discomfort is decreasing. Mental cleansing. Everything is possible under my name. I will do it for both your relief and your testimony. Others will notice you and ask, "What happened?" You will respond, "God intervened." Mercy occurred. Healing occurred. I am not merely preparing you for a better future. I'm creating you with a specific purpose in mind. There are certain tasks that require a strong body, a clear mind, and a steady heart. As a result, I am doing more than just saving your life. I'm directing it toward its intended destination. I am releasing the type of health that allows you to love fearlessly, build, create, and run. That is the environment you are entering. This suffering is not the end. This is not the source of your downfall. This is the entrance. It is guiding you right into my grasp. The reason you felt such intense pressure is that the breakthrough is near. Your decision to believe, despite the pain, brought you closer together every day. Every time you praised me while I was in pain, heaven seemed to get closer. The angels are no longer just speaking, they are now moving. They are acknowledging my authority over your life. I simply require your presence. I will provide you with the necessary assistance during this time. When your strength is depleted, I will help you ascend. I'm not just observing the conflict within your body. I'm at odds with you. Your body is currently being touched by the same hand that split the Red Sea. The same voice that calmed the storm now speaks peace over your mind, organs, and sleep. You have worked hard to demonstrate courage. Despite your desire to weep, you have maintained a smile. Your behavior was satisfactory when you were anxious about your internal state. I noticed that. I noticed every moment of silence. You always persisted despite your body's pleas for rest. I'm no longer asking that you carry this alone. Allow me to retain it. Allow me to provide you with fortitude that you do not possess. I am determined to stop this illness from taking your life. I will not let this condition define you. I will not let what was meant to cause harm have the final say. You are not overlooked. You are not neglected. Even if others around you don't understand your situation, I do. I was present at the start. Since then, I've always been present at that location. You were never alone when you encountered this situation. Furthermore, you will not emerge from it alone. Step by step, day by day, breath by breath, I am with you. And soon you'll realize that the very thing that was supposed to break you became the bridge that drew you closer to me. If you know that I am still with you, please leave a comment with the number 777. I require your understanding of a specific topic. The state of your body is more than just about your health. The subject is your destiny. The enemy will not waste time attacking someone who has no future. He targeted your body because I had shown favoritism for your future. In addition, I have yet to reveal the objective. You faced resistance for a reason. The enemy intended to wear you down with discouragement and confusion for a reason. If he couldn't connect with your spirit, he tried to slow you down with your body instead. However, I am reversing each assignment sent in order to limit you. I retract all statements that are harmful to your health. I'm reclaiming what the enemy tried to take. Your thoughts will no longer be troubled, no longer burdened by the uncertainty of what might happen next. There will no longer be any anxiety about the unknown. That is not something I came up with. I do not cause fear. I provide tranquility. My unwavering love eliminates fear. Currently, my affection is invading every corner of your heart that was previously occupied by terror. You are not relinquishing control. Clarity is being acquired by you. You are not diminishing. The process of perfecting you is underway. I was working even when you weren't aware of it. I was moving, even when you cried out and no one responded. I don't always respond with noise. Occasionally, I find solace in solitude. I occasionally repair the damage that has occurred during the silence. The full picture may not yet be visible to you, but I assure you that the healing process has already begun. The transition is now underway. Even the discomfort you recently felt was not a hindrance. It served as an indicator that something was changing. Currently, several layers are being removed from you. Emotional wounds. Heaviness of spirit. I'm removing physical burdens that have been attached to your body for years. I'm not just alleviating symptoms. I am digging the soil. I am removing the seeds planted in you by trauma, fear, and deception. The healing process I am currently undergoing has been completed. When I restore, I do not leave behind stinging scars. My contribution is one of wholeness. If you feel completely healed in your heart and body, please leave a comment with the number 999. You have kept your word. You stayed by my side despite the pain. Even when you couldn't understand why you were suffering so much, you kept praying. You maintained your conviction. Faith of that nature is extremely rare. That kind of faith has touched heaven, and I refuse to let it go unanswered. I am responding to the prayers you failed to pray. People who whispered through tears. The ones you prayed for when you were too tired to speak but hoped I could still hear. I heard each one. I am in the process of responding. I understand the sensation of time passing with no discernible difference. However, please refrain from judging my movement solely on your visual perception. Faith can see things that the human eye cannot. Faith is aware that I frequently participate in such activities. I've done my most important work in obscure locations. I have already started a process that you are unable to observe. I am facilitating the introduction of peace. I'm facilitating the release of breakthroughs within your body. In addition to your health, I am preparing to restore your home. I am experiencing every aspect of your pain. It is time for you to resume your rest. A sense of calm is returning to you. Your laughter will return. You will no longer need to exert yourself throughout the day. You will regain your strength when you wake up. You'll be able to breathe without feeling anxious. You will eat without anxiety. You will confidently stand your ground. You will conduct yourself elegantly. It's becoming less oppressive. You are not required to choose the method. This is not your responsibility. It is incumbent on you to believe in me. The work is being done by me. I am in the process of rebuilding you, cell by cell, on an everyday basis. I never waste anguish. Every experience you've had will serve a purpose. Your story will inspire hope in another person. They will claim that if God has done it for them, He can do it for me. Also, they will be correct. Illness is not the end of your narrative. It is increasing in splendor. You are becoming a symbol of divine reversal, healing, and mercy. My love will be most evident in what appears to be loss. So it's time to say goodbye to the past. Let go of the anxiety. Discontinue the inquiries. I'm not finished with your body. Your objective is still incomplete. There is still more to be done. And it is not just about survival. I wish for you to thrive. I wish for you to walk with ease, joy, and wholeness. I want you to wake up with a peaceful heart. I want you to be able to walk comfortably. That is what I'm releasing. Although you may not notice it all at once, it happens gradually. I am not asking you to resolve all issues. I do not require you to demonstrate your abilities. I implore you to remain candid. Keep your hands raised, regardless of the tremors. That's all I require. Because the mind takes over when the body's strength is depleted. You have been bearing this burden for an extended period of time. Pain that persists. Persistent tightness. The sudden onset of fatigue. The nights in which your mind is constantly agitated. You have instructed yourself to persevere, to have strength, to ensure that others aren't concerned. However, I never asked that you carry this alone. I never asked you to act like someone else. I requested that you visit me. For all who are weary and burdened, my assurance was to rest, not to perform. I'm contacting you again, not just to rest, but to be rejuvenated. If you believe this is the moment for your restoration, leave a comment of 1010. I would like you to understand a certain concept. You're not cursed. You are not being penalized. The adversary has attempted to convince you that your suffering is the result of a mistake on your part. This statement is false. He desires that you feel ashamed. He prefers that you keep your silence. However, I arrived to stifle my shame. I arrived to shower you with grace. Your body was not shattered as a result of your failure. Your body is under attack as you approach an entity beyond your current understanding. Your future's weight has sparked spiritual opposition. However, there is no reason for concern. The opposition you face is incomparable to the people who support you. I am your advocate. I am the entity that possesses each and every cell of your being. Your struggle is not just observed by me. I enter it. I participate in combat from behind the scenes. I speak the language of healing in areas where no physician can provide answers. I apply pressure in situations where others have given up. My words breathe new life into dead places. Yes, I am currently engaged in that activity. You have been anticipating a physical transformation from your current position. However, my actions are far more profound. I am changing the environment in which you live. I'm gradually regaining the joy that had been slipping through the cracks of fatigue. I'm restoring your confidence, which has been eroded by fear. Pain has attempted to divert your attention, and I am reestablishing it. This isn't just about physical recovery. The goal is to regain your sense of wholeness. Spirit, mind, and body. The number of nights you spent lying in bed, staring at the ceiling and wondering if you'd ever regain your sense of normalcy. I was present. I kept an eye on you. I was protecting you from an unknown threat that was attempting to arise against you. The absence of certain events indicates my involvement. An illness that didn't spread. The condition did not worsen. The collapse that did not happen. These were not just coincidences. Yes, they were interventions. Silent miracles. Things will become clearer to you as time passes. If you know that God has been protecting you, please leave a comment at 1515. Let me remind you of your identity. You aren't vulnerable. You are not overlooked. You're not a statistic. You are a warrior in the spirit. You are the one I have chosen. I sing over you while the rest of the world sleeps. I am responsible for your upbringing. Not just to endure, but to excel. This healing isn't only for your benefit. It is for your call. You will communicate with people who are in emotional distress, and they will be restored to their previous state as a result of the transformation that I am currently facilitating in you. You will no longer be expected to maintain a healthy appearance. Your destiny is to live in a state of incomprehensible tranquility. You will be free not only from illness, but also from the fear of illness. I'm giving you that. Not only will symptoms disappear, but so will peace of mind. The regaining of confidence in one's own body. The ability to live again without constantly anticipating negative outcomes. This is a change. A moment of divine transformation. In addition, I do not require perfect conditions. I simply require your approval. I simply need your heart to remain open. Do not let your past experiences undermine your confidence in my current abilities. The fact that it did not occur previously does not mean that it will not occur in the future. My timing is perfect, and you are currently in the middle of it. There is someone who requires this information. You've accepted illness as your narrative. You stated that this is the current state of my life. However, I'm here to tell you that this is not your true identity. This is not your inheritance. Your diagnosis doesn't define you. You are not forever bound by the circumstances that others have predicted for you. I am currently violating these terms. Their electricity is turned off. My word is more powerful, with the ability to bring healing, strength, purpose, and joy into your life. You are not particularly elderly. It's not too late. Years can still be restored. I am capable of completing tasks that appear to be beyond my ability. It is unnecessary to seek miracles. Their pursuit of you has already started. You are now being pursued by goodness and mercy. Although you may not notice it, it is happening. Heaven may be invisible to you, but it is in motion. In addition, you will testify. Not the constriction of your breath that occurs when fear enters. I'm aware of every detail. You may have learned to conceal it from others, but you have never had to conceal it from me. You are not required to maintain a healthy appearance in this location. I expect truthfulness from you. I am capable of transforming your pain into healing, which is why I am eager to learn the truth. You've had a challenging experience. I'm aware of that. I am aware of the sensation of your heart racing when you notice an abnormality in your body. I am aware of your efforts to remain calm in order to accommodate others, despite your silent weeping for answers. I understand the feeling of a wave of dread colliding with your calm with each new symptom. Please do not disregard my message. You will not be submerged by the storm. You will not be defeated in this conflict. The events occurring within your body will not result in your burial. You're currently being lifted. There's a reason I told you not to disregard this. The angels have mentioned your name because the events that are taking place within you are serious, but not without hope. Your current situation is not the end. It marks the beginning of something new, sacred, and transformative for future generations. The attack has been severe because of the strong call on your life. The adversary is concerned about the consequences of your full recovery and realization of your true purpose. If you are aware that you are entering a higher realm, please post a comment at 1717. Have you witnessed it? The time of the pain. It appears as you start to approach me. Just as you start praying more deeply, the symptoms worsen. The exhaustion increases as your worship becomes more genuine. This is not an accident. That constitutes warfare. The enemy avoids attacking those who are at ease. He seeks those who are in my presence. Those who pray despite their weakness. Intercessors who support others while dealing with their own pain. However, you are not alone. My presence is not just in your vicinity, it is an integral part of you. I have invested my spirit in you, implying that power resides in your bones. Your breath is a source of healing. Your bloodstream serves as the conduit for restoration. Don't ignore your affiliation. You are more than just a person battling illness. I will protect what belongs to me because you are a temple of the living God. I am currently transferring healing energy in waves. A portion of your body will feel warm. Others will notice a sudden relief from pain. Furthermore, some people will experience peace in their minds, which were previously dominated by fear. This is not a ruse. These aren't emotions. I'm the one in question. This is the movement of my hand. I do not require a hospital room to help you recover. I do not need a physician's permission to undo the words that were spoken. I simply need your heart to be open and surrendered. I informed you that you could not skip this message for a reason. This is your transitional moment. Your patience has been exhausted. Your suffering has been sufficient. You have asked, God, when will it be my turn? I'd like to let you know that you are currently on the road to recovery. You're entering a period of renewal. No, you are not leaving this encounter unchanged. I'm rewriting the story of your body with my own hand. Your bones will no longer feel pain without a legitimate reason. Anxiety will no longer be a constant on your chest. Your sleep will no longer be stolen. I've requested that the remaining items be returned. I'm instructing your organs to perform their intended function. I'm ordering the inflammation to subside. I am ordering that trauma be removed from your body's very tissues. Nothing is beyond my reach. If I create it, I can repair it. If you believe I am capable of accomplishing the impossible, please leave a comment containing the word Amen. I would like you to take a moment to reflect, not to be ensnared, but to remember. Consider all of the times when you doubted your ability to overcome a challenge. Nonetheless, you're present. This is not your area of expertise. That belongs to me. I was transporting you without your knowledge. I was whispering peace to you while your mind screamed in terror. That was me intervening spiritually to prevent further harm to your body. I'm no longer just halting the attack. I'm undoing the damage. The enemy thought he had destroyed something for the better, but I'm restoring it to its former glory. I refrain from completing incomplete tasks. I refrain from applying bandages and making you limp. I reconstructed it. I renew. All of my creations are from scratch. And yes, that includes your body. This encompasses your cognitive abilities. This encompasses every aspect of your being. I require that you make the necessary preparations. Certain people will be unable to understand what is happening inside of you. They will try to rationalize it. They will question your breakthrough. Don't let their lack of faith detract from your miracle. You do not need the permission of anyone to undergo healing. You do not need their approval. My voice is the only requirement. In addition, I have already spoken to you, recovered, entire, selected, guarded. You are not late. You're not trailing. You are not overlooked. You are exactly at the right time for the information that I am about to give you. This is more than just the healing process to improve your overall health. This relates to preparing your body to bear the burden of the blessings I am sending. It is critical that you have the fortitude to accept them. Therefore, I will begin with your physical structure. I'll start with your temple. I'm removing unnecessary items so you can receive the blessings you've requested. Is it feasible to attract money by saying a few magic words? This 9-word script, which has been tested by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, shows that it is completely doable. People are using it from the comfort of their own couches, reporting unexpected bank deposits, debt resolution, and an improved quality of living. The duration is less than 30 seconds. However, this information will not be available for an extended length of time. Click to view the description and comments before they are permanently erased. You may have assumed that this was only a brief opportunity to read something reassuring. However, it is a divine appointment, a sacred transaction. My spirit has been energized by your continued presence in this location. The angels who are calling your name are currently enveloping you in healing energy. They are assisting you in areas that are not visible. The shift is not a figment of your imagination. This isn't a fake. An actual event is taking place. I do not want you to have another day of fear. I do not want you to anticipate negative information. I wish you could walk peacefully. I wish for you to awaken with confidence. I want you to be able to retire for the night without any concerns. That is the life I envision for you. Not only does eternal life await us in the future, but so does the fullness of life here and now. I am not simply transferring healing energy. Alignment is being transmitted. Divine order is being restored to the disorganized parts of your body. The inflammation is gradually subsiding. Confused issues are now becoming clear. You aren't just feeling better. You are nearing completion. You wept in privacy. You have asked yourself, why is this happening to me? You have felt betrayed by your own body. However, I'd like to let you know that your body is not your adversary. It has been the target of an attack. However, it has been able to persevere, maintain its balance, and remain upright in the face of adversity. I've also seen it go through difficult times. I've observed that your spirit is more resilient than your symptoms. This is also why I respect your faith. Your faith in me remained even when your body was weak. I stand firm in my conviction. I am aware that you have been asking for a sign from me. Something to inform you that the tide is turning. You have requested proof, relief, or any other indication that I am close by. This is the current sign in place. These words are not random. They're not generic. I'm addressing you directly. I am confirming the convictions that your spirit has been fighting to keep, despite the uncertainty that has pervaded your mind. You are not overlooked. You're not too far gone. I'm advocating for you. Your recovery is not being slowed because of my neglect. It has been getting you ready for the upcoming events. You will not only notice an improvement in your mood, your life will improve. You are not only receiving treatment for the present day, you are being strengthened for the future. Throughout your life, I will continue to write stories, introduce you to people, and take you to specific places. You cannot enter that future with a body plagued by fear or affliction. As a result, I will begin with the very thing that has attempted to restrain you. I'm converting it into a testimony. The enemy intended to divert your attention, impede your progress, and make you question my authority. He desired that your suffering harden your heart. Nonetheless, you continued to contact me. You continued to seek my presence. And that's what saved you. That is the catalyst that has caused the gates of healing to open over your life. Due to my refusal to disregard the believer's prayers, I don't ignore the anguish of those who worship through it. Your experience with pain does not make you weak. Your resilience is the direct result of your determination to stand your ground. Despite the fact that you didn't have all the answers, regardless, the symptoms persisted. That strength came from me, not from you. I'm currently in the process of renewing it. I'm replenishing the energy that the battle tried to drain from you. You will again feel the sensation of life in your bones. Your breath is full of joy. Your thoughts are tranquil. Enjoy a relaxing night's sleep. If you believe this restoration is genuine and beneficial to you, please leave a comment. 222. The deceptions that illness tried to implant in your mind are now being dismantled. You're not fragile. You are not an inconvenience. You are not someone who is perpetually ill. You should stop identifying with something that was never intended to define you. I refer to you as complete. I address you as strong. I address you as rising. Furthermore, the term I use to address you is more important than the diagnosis. In excess of all labels, greater than any symptom. Even when you thought your body was failing, your spirit persevered. That is the point at which your triumph began. Your spirit and body will now align. Your body will no longer resist the spirit. Your joy will no longer be in conflict with your health. I am ensuring that your entire being, spirit, soul, and body, are in line with my goals for your life. I want you to be able to move freely. Not only from illness, but also from the perceived risk of illness. I want your first thoughts in the morning to be ones of optimism rather than anxiety. I want you to regain your energy, not just physically, but also spiritually and emotionally. I wish for your smile to return naturally. I want your strength to grow without fear of losing it again. You are entering the state of liberation. Even now, most people are unaware of what you have gone through. You smiled even when you were in tears. However, I'm aware. I've been there for every tear, panic attack, and late-night prayer. I also wish for you to have a deep understanding of something. I'm incredibly proud of you. Choosing to believe in yourself when everything inside you wanted to give up rather than pretending to be fine. That level of conviction is extremely rare, and I respect it. Your body may have survived a battle, but it is also about to bear witness to my victory. Individuals will notice your transformation. They will once again see the radiance in your eyes. They will ask about the circumstances, and you will explain that God intervened. Medication alone is insufficient. Unfortunate. However, divine healing comes from the one who created you. Even when the earth tries to pull you down, you become a living example of what it means to be held in heaven. You are not just eking out an existence. You excel at overcoming obstacles. The pressure you felt was not intended to make you crumble. It was meant to adequately prepare you. I used every moment of discomfort, setback, and perplexing report to improve a quality within you. This fortitude will now carry you forward. Now your faith will serve as the foundation. Your new normal will be tranquil. When you wake up in the morning, you will notice a shift, the transformation of your body, a feeling of lightness in your chest, the calmness of your thoughts. You are not imagining anything. It has already begun. It is genuine, despite the gradual progression. It is powerful, despite its quietness. I can't always send fire from the heavens. I frequently whisper healing into your bones, one breath at a time, every day. I'm currently completing this task on your behalf. When the answers didn't come right away, you didn't give up. You have decided to remain. You've listened. And now your spirit is ready to accept what has been waiting for you for a long time. The healing for which you have prayed is not imminent. It has already begun. Although you may not realize the full extent of it, the transition has begun. You are currently walking while witnessing a miracle. Your body has cried out for relief, and your soul has joined in. I've heard both. And I'd like to communicate this information to you directly. Your suffering is not insignificant. Every silent fear, sleepless night, and ache has been gathered in my hands. I've documented each prayer and counted every tear. There has been no oversight. Nothing was squandered. I've been using your weaknesses to strengthen your spirit, which is critical. You may not be aware of it, but I have been strengthening you with each adversity. If you are aware that God has never stopped watching over you, please respond with an amen. I fought battles for you in the unseen. I stopped attacks that never reached you. There were times when you thought it was just a bad moment. It was indeed divine protection in action. The acute pain subsided. Suddenly the anxiety subsided. Despite your worst fears, the examination came back clean. These were not lucky breaks. These were the results of angels obeying my command over your life. The enemy would relish the opportunity to make you forget the extent of your progress. He wants you to concentrate solely on the conditions that have not yet changed. However, I'd like to serve as a reminder of the work I've already done. The current breath in your lungs, that is my grace. The fortitude to persevere, that is my spirit that resides within you. The tranquility that calms you at night. I'm placing my hand on your heart. You have already felt my presence. Currently, I am increasing my influence in your life. Your body is able to be repaired. Yes, it is fatigued. Certainly. However, it is within my capabilities. I created every component of you. I recall precisely how I founded you. I remember the feeling of being at full strength in your body. And this is what I'm returning to you. My breath revitalizes your muscles, in your immune system, into your bloodstream and nervous system. Even in the most profound areas where trauma occurred, a place where pain dwelled in silence, I will travel to that location. Furthermore, I am promoting healing in those areas. You stated, I simply wish to regain a sense of normalcy. However, I am not just restoring your previous state of equilibrium. I'm in the process of creating an improved product. I am providing you with divine strength. I'm releasing an inexplicable sense of calm. I am cultivating divine endurance. I'm ensuring that all of your body's systems are in perfect harmony. The world's statements were chronic. Temporary is the term I'm using. They were unable to withdraw their statements. I'm going the opposite way. Not by force, not exclusively using scientific methods, However, with the power of my spirit. If you believe that God has the ability to undo what doctors have declared permanent, please leave a comment. Avoid allowing fear to dictate your decisions any longer. Avoid allowing fear to dictate your future. I'm restoring your happiness. You will not have to endure discomfort on a daily basis. You will be unable to sleep while anticipating the next mishap. You are entering a period of repose. Allow your body to recover. Give your mind a break. Allow your heart to recover. This isn't because everything is perfect. However, this is due to the fact that I am flawless and own everything. Individuals may observe you and only see the losses you suffered during this conflict. However, I have seen the benefits you have received. Faith that is more substantive, a more profound understanding, a deeper connection with me. These are eternal entities. As a result of your perseverance in the face of adversity, I am now releasing more glory into your life. What you sowed in tears, you will reap in happiness. There is no vacancy in the waiting area. This has sown the seeds for a breakthrough. You're not fragile. You're not in disarray. You're currently undergoing reconstruction. I'm in the process of repairing the foundation. I'm dispensing my oil in every dry area. I'm releasing renewal in the same location where the enemy tried to spread disease. I'm bringing peace into the spaces where he tried to instill fear. I am enveloping you in angels where he tried to isolate you. You have never been more visible than you are right now. And yes, it is acceptable to continue to feel anxious. I never asked that you be fearless. I requested that you put your trust in me, despite your reservations. You are human. I understand the sensation of being inundated. That is why I sent my son, not only to save your soul, but also to accompany you through all stages of suffering. Jesus endured every kind of pain. He understands. Your recovery is not only possible, but also guaranteed as a result of his efforts. Others cannot understand the actions I am performing within your body. And that is acceptable. This journey isn't meant for them. It's intended for your use. Personal. It's considered sacred. Furthermore, you are not required to explain why you have increased your faith, even if you are in the midst of a conflict. You trust me because you know I am genuine. You can't be uncertain at this point because you've seen my hand several times. The next stage of your life will be distinct from the previous one. You will not repeat the cycle of fear, hope, sickness, and disappointment. The cycle has concluded. I am embarking on a unique enterprise. I'm disrupting long-standing patterns in your life. I am removing the roots of illness that have been planted by generations before your own. This will not be passed down to anyone. The agony ends with your presence. The conflict is over at this point. You are smeared with my blood. My angels surround you. I've kept my word to you. And nothing that is established against you will thrive. Not in your thoughts. Not found in your body. I am not a member of your family. You're moving from survival to wholeness. Your past suffering does not define you. My healing power has made an indelible impression on you. There are no delays in heaven. Preparation is the only option. I've been preparing your body for more than just recuperation. I'm bringing about a new beginning. This is not about going back to the previous state of affairs. This is about becoming a stronger, more resilient, enlightened, peaceful, and deeply ingrained version of myself. You will not simply endure this season. You will emerge with a testimony that will dispel others' fears, as well as clarity and joy. If you are ready to walk in complete peace and healing, please leave a comment with the word Amen. I have noticed that some days have been similar to climbing a mountain. You become aware of the sensation of weight before your feet make contact with the floor. The inquiries are addressed first. The tension. The examination of one's body for signs of impending complications. I am aware of the cycle. I am aware of the exhaustion that has occurred. However, I am now assimilating into your morning routine. I am changing the way you start your day. I'll speak peace where fear once spoke. I will offer solace in the place where pain once welcomed you. There will be no sense of conflict in your mornings. They will begin with a sense of calm and fortitude. You are no longer required to maintain your composure. That assignment is not your responsibility. At the moment, your sole obligation is to seek solace in me. I assure you that I pay meticulous attention to detail. I notice the peculiar discomfort that fluctuates. I'm aware of the sensation of numbness or pressure that appears without explanation. I understand your confusion over the distinction between reality and imagination. You are not imagining anything. I am confronting the spiritual attack that is being launched at you. Your body has served as a battleground. However, it will now be transformed into a magnificent sanctuary in which my spirit can freely reside. I want to restore your body confidence as well as your physical strength. I wish for you to let go of your fears about each sensation and change. I aspire to free you from the constant internal anxiety. The enemy has attempted to divert your attention with worry in order to keep you from recognizing the impending breakthrough. Make a comment with the number 333 to show that your faith is stronger than your fears. I'm exposing each and every lie he's told you. He told you that you were too fragile. I believe you are gaining strength from my position. He said that it was too late. I say that I make everything from scratch. He stated that you will continue to live in this manner. I believe you are currently experiencing recovery. He advised you to accept your illness as your identity. I assert that your true name has been redeemed, restored, completed, and protected. You are not held captive by the events that have occurred within your body. I care for my children, and you are the king's child. You may be tired right now, but that doesn't mean your recovery is far away. It implies that your body is still catching up to what your spirit has already realized, that freedom is near. I have started the task. I am currently relocating to locations that are not yet visible to you. Have faith in that. Stroll through it. Speak over your body in the same way that I speak over you. Please repeat my words, not those of fear. Assume that I am going through a healing process. The body is going through a process of renewal. I am expressing my determination to remain unshaken. Speak it regardless of whether you are experiencing it, because your words will synchronize you with my power. This isn't about sensationalism. This does not imply maintaining the illusion that everything is perfectly fine. This is about standing on the foundation of truth. It is permissible to feel the weight. However, it is not intended that you bear it alone. Every time you leaned on me, I lifted a burden you couldn't bear. I will continue to exercise. I will continue to hold my position. Despite your chaos, I maintain my composure. According to God, angels are discussing your body as a result of a major event. The only appropriate approach to obtaining health from God is to use one's strength for service. My child, may I have 2 minutes of your time? I am not trying to trick you into buying a product or intimidate you. Rather, I am trying to communicate with the part of you that has been quietly carrying a heavy burden that you have not yet revealed to anyone. I believe you are already aware that there is a problem, not just in your body or on the outside, but in an unknown location. In the location where you are unable to fall asleep at 3 a.m. and are preoccupied with the outcome. In the gap between the doctor's words and your true feelings. You've probably been through it, right? That indicates a more significant event. And you're correct. There is something. Just for a moment, let us be honest. Despite your efforts to rationalize them, your body has been sending signals that you cannot ignore. Tiredness that lasts even after a full night's sleep. A sudden onset of pain. You are experiencing a sense of heaviness, as if a cloud has descended on you, and you are unable to determine the source of this sensation or why it persists. You persevered. You continue to convince yourself that you are in good health. Nonetheless, it has quietly and privately bothered you. I want to convey that fatigue is a genuine experience. Absolutely everything. Furthermore, this does not necessarily imply that you will experience a breakdown. It implies that you've been carrying too much weight on your own. It was never intended that you would engage in this conflict on your own. Presently, you are experiencing an exceptionally unique season. I understand that it lacks a sense of exclusivity. It is occasionally extremely discouraging, uncertain, and exhausting. However, when the entire picture is viewed from a distance, what appears to be a breakdown is actually something else. This strange in-between place, this shaking, and the discomfort you are currently experiencing are not the conclusion of your story. The soil is being turned over to facilitate the growth of new vegetation. Please contemplate that for a moment. Before seeds can be planted, the ground must be disturbed. Trees necessitate pruning prior to producing additional fruit. Additionally, the most significant changes in an individual's life may not appear to be favorable during their execution. Their appearance is a disarray. They appear to be resilient. It appears that they are disoriented. However, they are truly preparing. You possess something. A call. A rationale. A reason for being on Earth. That objective is not diminutive. It was never the case, even if no one else has yet to observe it. Additionally, it is genuine and significant, regardless of whether you harbor reservations regarding it during periods of darkness. And there are things that are beyond your comprehension that await you on the other side of what you are currently experiencing. This is one of the reasons why this season has been so intense. Opposition is inevitable for items that are worth defending. It appears that the destinies that will have the most significant impact always experience the most difficulty prior to their realization. These objectives are not arbitrary. Your well-being, your resilience, and your tranquility. The weight of the items you are required to transport is causing them to be pushed. And the moment you acquire that, everything changes. You begin to perceive the fatigue as less of a setback and more as an indication that you are more significant than you previously believed. I am in dire need of your presence during this section. You are not in any kind of trouble. Regardless of the state of your body, what the tests have or have not revealed. Alternatively, what inquiries remain simmering in the back of your mind. This does not constitute a penalty. This is not the act of abandoning an individual. The universe is not abandoning you. Even in this situation, you are still being withheld. This is particularly accurate. Healing does not always occur in a manner that is sudden, dramatic, or audible. It may initiate quietly, in regions that are invisible to the naked eye, in cells that are in the process of self-renewal, in the gradual restoration of tranquility to an anxious mind. Over time, the depth of sleep increases, Strength that gradually regains its strength beneath the surface prior to its external manifestation. Deep, enduring healing frequently commences prior to the onset of symptoms. It commences with the cessation of fear toward the present and the establishment of trust in it. All of this is about that. Do not attempt to deny the reality of the pain. Avoid maintaining an optimistic demeanor and assuming that all is well when it is not. However, you are required to make a decision. A choice that is both personal and quiet, yet also very powerful. To believe that you are not alone in this. Place the inquiries aside for a moment. It is unnecessary for you to resolve all matters immediately. By tomorrow morning, you are not required to resolve every symptom, decode every signal, or resolve the entire issue. Right now, you have the ability to breathe. Decide to believe that the individual who created you still has a memory of you. As a result, he has not. Not even close. He perceives you. Not a vague, distant observer. However, a particular individual observes you. The you who wept in the absence of others. The individual who persisted in spite of their apparent inability to do so. You prayed prayers that you were uncertain were being heard. Additionally, there were rooms in which you were uncertain whether anyone else was present. He was present in those rooms. All of the words were heard by him. Furthermore, that is not all. He had already begun composing the response prior to your conclusion of the inquiry. He is aware of the current state of your body. He is aware of every cell, system, and location that has been subjected to stress. Before you did, he assigned it a name. He has not altered his stance on the matter. He is present. It is currently being addressed and modifying it for your benefit in a manner that is not explicable by any diagnosis. A medical report does not have the final say in your life. The conclusion of your narrative is not determined by any symptom. A power within you is more potent than what is visible. Additionally, it disregards your future. It is intentionally functioning for your benefit, personally and actively. Consider the following. Occasional assistance from others is required for the process of healing. It is true that there are instances of miraculous occurrences that occur quickly, are impossible to refute, and leave you in awe. However, there is also the steady, prudent healing that occurs when we begin to pay attention to the patterns that influence our lives, to the habits that drain us, to the thoughts that we recite so frequently that they begin to appear to be accurate, even when they are not, to the foods that we elect to consume, the foods that we refrain from consuming. Additionally, the anxieties that we harbor for an excessive amount of time. This is not about judging or feeling guilty. Taking care of things is the intention. Your physique is remarkable. It was constructed with remarkable precision. Also, it responds to your treatment of it, both physically and emotionally. You become an active participant in the restoration process. When you begin to make decisions that are consistent with the life you desire, you are not simply waiting in place. You are participating. Additionally, that partnership is robust. This is the action I would like you to take. Please refrain from preparing for the worst at this time. For the duration of today, refrain from revisiting the fear. Refrain from considering each emotion as if it were the most detrimental possibility. Instead, articulate an alternative thought to yourself. If feasible, articulate it aloud. Say, I am improving. I am undergoing repairs. My body is progressively becoming more robust. I have not yet completed the task. It appears as though it is effortless. The initial experience may even be somewhat peculiar. However, the words you use to describe your own life possess significant influence. Your narrative has been dominated by fear for an excessive amount of time. It is time to retrieve the microphone. Claim that you are recuperating. Declare that you are robust. Assume that the message intended to impede your progress will instead serve as a catalyst for your progress, because that is the outcome that will occur. I am eager for you to comprehend this in its entirety. It is unlikely that the breakthrough you have been anticipating will occur. You are not envisioning the version of yourself that is fully living your purpose, happy and healthy. It is not merely a dream. It is the direction in which you are headed. The route to reach the destination may differ from your expectations, and the timeline may not align with your expectations. However, the objective remains unchanged. You are regaining your energy. Your mind will become more lucid. The sleep that has been difficult to obtain will transform into genuine relaxation. You will regain the strength that you believed was lost. Upon completion, it will be more profound and resilient than ever, because you have endured a difficult situation and emerged victorious. Heaven is not far away at this moment, regardless of your position as you read this. It is not a great distance away, but it is difficult to reach. It is in close proximity, even closer than the air you breathe. Currently, there is an effort to convey a sense of tranquility and warmth to you. It will land if you remain stationary for an extended period of time. Are you still with me, God, as you have been asking in so many ways and through your prayers? Have you forgotten about me? Am I going to be all right? Additionally, the response is affirmative. He was never absent. He never averted his gaze from it. He was present for every difficult night, every perplexing day, and every moment in which you felt that no one could see or hear you. You are closer than you anticipated. Not as loud as you anticipated. However, it is undeniable that it is present. You have not yet completed the task. Allow that sentence to remain in your mind for an extended period of time. It may be the most significant piece of information you read today. You have not yet completed the task. The conclusion of the narrative has yet to be reached. This chapter is not the final one. In the future, you will encounter a greater degree of joy, purpose, strength, and healing than you have previously experienced. And the individuals who witnessed your struggle and may have even believed that you would never recover will witness your return. They will observe you returning to your usual state, standing up and functioning satisfactorily. Your testimony will serve as an inspiration to others to persevere. Therefore, remain. Please do not disregard this opportunity. Do not disregard the messages that your spirit is attempting to convey. Sit quietly for one more breath. Allow tranquility to enter. Please permit the healing process to commence. Alternatively, proceed. Alternatively, delve further, regardless of your current position in the process. You are an individual. Your safety is guaranteed. Far more than you can fathom, you are cherished. And this is merely the beginning. If our words have blessed or encouraged you, we would appreciate your help so that we can continue to spread God's love and light to a larger audience. The Ko-fi support link is located below. Additionally, I would like to inform you of another matter prior to our continued discussion. You are being deceived by the enemy regarding his level of power. Certainly, he is noisy. Indeed, he is tenacious. He is aware of the precise fears to whisper and the precise moment to whisper them. He is aware of your fatigue. He is aware of the moments when your faith is frayed. He coordinates his attacks to occur at the exact moment when you are least prepared to defend yourself. However, the truth that he never intends for you to uncover is as follows. He is confined to whispering. He is incapable of issuing decisions. He has the ability to incite fear. However, he is unable to write about your future. That pen is exclusively in the possession of God. Additionally, God has already composed something exquisite for you. Consider the individuals in the Bible who experienced the same emotions as you are currently experiencing. David, who was hiding in caves and crying out that God had forgotten him, ultimately rose to become a king. Job, who endured the loss of his health, family, and comfort, emerged from his ordeal with a restored state that exceeded his previous state. Elijah, who was so exhausted and defeated that he begged God to allow him to die, was fed by angels and given new strength for the upcoming journey. Can you discern the similarities between these narratives? The final moment was never the darkest moment. It was consistently the location where they felt the most broken that God manifested himself in a most powerful manner. Not because God derives pleasure from suffering, but rather because surrender is a tool that he can employ. Exactly when we have exhausted our own solutions and run out of our own strength, his strength steps in and fills the space we have finally emptied of pride, fear, and self-reliance, and when we are weak. You may be in that location at this very moment, and if you are fine, it indicates that you are in the ideal position for an extraordinary event to occur. I would like to briefly discuss your mental state with you, as healing is not limited to the physical realm. It initially transpires in the mind. The environment in which fear or faith develops is determined by your beliefs regarding your body, future, and self. Peace cannot be harvested while anxiety is sown. It is impossible to receive restoration while practicing destruction. Upon awakening each morning, you are presented with a decision. Before your feet even touch the ground, before you check your phone or experience the first physical sensation of the day, you have a sacred, fleeting, and powerful moment in which you can determine the narrative you will inhabit. Are you willing to reside in a narrative in which your body is deteriorating and your future is diminishing? Or are you willing to reside in a narrative in which God is actively, personally, and powerfully at work in your life, transforming everything the enemy intended to harm into something that will ultimately serve your healing and purpose? That alternative appears to be insignificant. It is not diminutive. It is everything. And begin to express yourself in a unique manner regarding your physical appearance. Begin to articulate your life in a unique manner. We are not once more in denial. We are not denying the difficult realities. Rather, we are embracing them with faith. Faith is not denying the existence of the storm. Faith is gazing directly at the storm and declaring, "I am aware of the one who controls the wind." Faith is experiencing the pain in one's body and asserting that it is not the end of one's life. I am a work in progress, and the one who is completing the work is God himself. Speak healing over yourself in the same manner as you would speak encouragement over someone you genuinely care about. You would not stand over a friend who is experiencing hardship and rehearse the most unfavorable possible outcome with them. You would communicate with vitality. You would serve as a reminder of their resilience, their value, and their capacity to endure challenging circumstances. Perform the same action for yourself. You are entitled to the same level of compassion that you extend to others. Additionally, there is a practical, tangible aspect of this restoration that God is gently encouraging you to pursue. Rest without guilt, without avoidance, without laziness, but with genuine, holy, restorative rest. The additional burden of feeling as though they should not require rest is borne by a significant number of individuals who are already carrying emotional and physical burdens. It is as though the act of caring for oneself is in some way selfish. Lying down when one is fatigued is indicative of a lack of productivity, faith, or strength. It isn't. It is the embodiment of wisdom. Even Jesus disengaged from the crowds. The disciples were also instructed to disperse and take a break. The architecture of your body was specifically engineered to accommodate the necessity for rest. Sleep is not a sign of weakness. Sabbath is not a time for idleness. It is not selfish to decline an additional obligation in order to allow oneself to recuperate and breathe. Stewardship is the term used to describe this. At this moment, God is urging you to find solace in Him, to cease the pursuit of answers that you may not yet be prepared to receive, to cease imposing deadlines that are within His jurisdiction. Rest in verdant pastures, even if the journey is difficult, and let the shepherd refresh your spirit. Your soul's restoration is just as important, if not more so, than your body's. A visible and invisible community is there to support you in your recovery. Individuals who genuinely care about you and pray for you, even if you are unaware of their intentions. Angels who have been designated to protect and accompany you on your journey. A God who is not watching from a distance, but who is walking alongside you through every corridor of this season. You're not alone. You are not the only person who has experienced this emotion. And you will not be the last person to overcome a seemingly insurmountable obstacle, only to discover that the beauty on the other side was more exquisite than anything that had come before. Your recovery will serve as motivation for another person. Your story, which you are currently living through in the midst of adversity, will serve as a testament to others, inspiring them to believe they, too, can achieve success. The mother is in the hospital waiting room. At midnight, that young man is perusing his phone, unsure whether anyone understands his situation. The woman, who was too exhausted to enter the building, was seated in her car in the parking lot, wondering if God still saw her. You will serve as proof that He does. As a result, I ask that you make your decision today rather than tomorrow, when you are feeling better, the symptoms have subsided, the test results have changed, or the circumstances have changed. Decide to believe in the present moment, no matter what you are going through. Decide to have faith that you will not be overlooked. By opening your hands, you can let go of your fear, need for control, and desire for answers that you do not yet have. Let it go. Not because the situation has been resolved, but because you trust the person who is resolving it. And then take a small step forward. That concludes the matter. Not a huge leap of blind optimism. Only one step. A sincere prayer. One declaration of faith, spoken quietly in the bathroom, car, or wherever you are right now. One option is to eat a nutritious meal. One option is to retire early and give your body the nourishment it craves. One moment of worship is sacred, even if it does not feel natural and is accompanied by tears, because worship and weeping can occur at the same time. In a single step, God meets you. He does not wait until you are completely prepared before acting on your behalf. He finds you in the mustard seed. He greets you with a trembling hand which reaches into the darkness. He meets you in the imperfect, broken, and honest moment when you say, "I am uncertain about the outcome, but I have chosen to trust you." That's faith. Faith, regardless of its size, is sufficient to bring about change in your life. Hear this as you close this chapter of your day and return to the world in which you currently live. You're not a hopeless case. You are not an unanswered prayer. You are not someone whose time has passed or whose healing is beyond your reach. You are a child of God while going through a divine process. And despite their discomfort, divine processes always produce something valuable on the other end. Your body is getting medical attention. Your spirit is being fortified. Despite the uncertainty of your current situation, your future is being prepared. And God, who created the universe, breathed life into the first human lungs, raised the dead, calmed the sea, and turned mourning into dancing, is on your side. He has been consistent. He will remain so indefinitely. Allow yourself to find peace with this. Stroll through it. Also, take note of his subsequent actions. Because, child, you have not yet seen anything. If this message spoke to you today, please consider sharing it with someone who could benefit from it. If you are believing in your breakthrough, please leave a comment below with the word healed. Also, please remember to subscribe, as there will be more motivation coming. You're not alone in this endeavor. We navigate it together.